It's now time to enter the courtroom of Judge Junior, the People's Judge. The plaintiff, Franklin Boyd, is suing the defendant, Thomas Red Walker, in the amount of $1,212.38, the cost of a broken tooth that he claims resulted from the defendant's exploding golf ball prank. According to the defendant, this was Mr. Boyd's prank all along, and he's just mad that it backfired in his face. It's time for the hot seat.
I go golfing with my friend. I know he's not going to break par, but I didn't expect him to break my tooth. Now I got 1,200 reasons he's going to pay for it.
I thought we were friends. Mr. Pranky Pants loves to prank other people. Well, you know what? This time, the prank blows up in his face, and he wants me to pay for it?
All rise. You remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Stephen Monero, Jr. presiding.
Okay, Mr. Boyd, you're suing your friend, Mr. Red Walker, $1,212.38 for an exploding golf ball. I didn't even know golf balls could explode. Tell me about this.
I'm going to smile right now for you. Sorry they're not as loyal as they should be, but this tooth is now capped. It's capped because half of it was blown off because of his inconsiderate drunken prank, Your Honor.
So what was this prank?
So we go golfing every Tuesday. It's kind of a thing. All the guys from the auto dealership, we usually go out and play, and we like to have fun on the golf course, right? I think a lot of guys do, but...
Fun like exploding golf balls?
Not that type of, no, not that type of fun, Your Honor. I don't find that fun at all. He shows up, Red shows up, Your Honor.
Shows up as in after the fact?
No, when we get there to the golf course, he is already drunk, Your Honor. He is intoxicated
Come on,
at 9:30
everybody drinks on the golf course.
Yeah,
We're not here to hear about everybody, sir.
They don't show up drunk, Red. So he shows up. He's, intoxicated to a level where he can barely stand getting out of his car. So we're worried about the fact that he even got there. So we know this is not going to be a normal round of golf, Your Honor.
What happened, Mr. Boyd?
We get to the fifth hole. I'm not playing well. I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm not playing well.
You normally play well?
Actually, no, Your Honor. I was playing about as
You're playing at par, as they say.
No,
way worse.
Your Honor, I am a above-below par golfer. That's how bad I am, Your Honor.
Pretty terrible.
But I cheat well, so that
cheat
counts
well.
for something. I cheat well. So nonetheless, this is what guys do. We're all bantering on the golf course. We're on the fifth hole. He goes, "Hey, man, you're one of the worst golfers I've ever seen. I want you to use my lucky ball." And I go, "Oh, you know what? Fine, Red. I'll use your lucky ball. It's a red ball because his name's Red." So I go to hit this thing, Your Honor, and the thing explodes. The ball actually explodes. Shards go everywhere. Powder's everywhere. I'm like, what is going on? They're laughing uncontrollably.
So shards and powder, what affected your tooth?
Well, the chip of the ball, and I don't know what this was made out of. It wasn't made out of actual...
What's the chip of a ball?
Basically, the like a golf ball has those dimply covers around it. No pro explodes a golf ball, so whatever one he gave me wasn't made from the same material that.
So this ball exploded, chipped your tooth, and
chips
now
the
you're suing
tooth, $1,200 worth of damage, Your Honor. I didn't even know how bad it was. I ran off because my eyes are watering. They're red. I noticed
You
that
ran off.
Yeah, I ran off over to the cart shed so I could basically walk in and see what happened because I felt pain.
So you ran off like in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
It probably looked like that, Your Honor. That's how ridiculous this was. You wouldn't think that a little golf ball would do that much
I
damage.
wouldn't, and let's stop right there, Mr. Boyd. Mr. Walker, how intoxicated were you that morning?
Red, please.
No, I'll call you Mr. Walker.
I go by Red.
I don't care what you go by. How intoxicated were you that morning, Mr. Walker?
It's not that intoxicated, first of all, and you didn't even see me get out of my car, so how
Go
would
ahead
you
and look
know?
at me, Mr. Walker.
Okay, so I show up. I had a couple of beers before I show up because each time we play, we always have a couple of beers, and everybody drinks on the golf course.
Before
I mean,
they
come
show up,
on.
everyone has a couple beers.
Well, it's getting ready. It's kind of
Exactly.
prepping for the day, and we're going to probably have a couple more.
Prepping by drinking.
Yeah, we have a couple of beers. It's very cordial.
We or you?
The more you drink, the less
We
you
or
care about a
Mr.
slice
Walker?
or a bad shot.
Mr.
Pretty much
Walker,
everybody.
No,
everybody.
I'm asking about you that morning. Was there a we or was it just you?
Well, me, myself, and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all three of you had some
All
drinks
three
that
of us
morning.
had, so I had to have one for each of us.
All three of them
Okay.
had about 3 drinks.
So
Your
he
Honor.
had no idea. So that's not all how it went down, basically. So it did happen on the fifth hole. So what happens is he's having a miserable day. And he's been talking about this promotion he got. He's been throwing that over my face like he's some
How
big
long
guy.
have you both worked at this automobile
We've
dealership?
been there I've been there for about 7 or 8 years. We've been there for about 5 together. He came in about 3 years after I did. Okay, and so he got a promotion, so he wanted to throw it in my face. And
Did
it's
that
like,
bother you, the promotion?
Not at
Yes,
all. I
it
could
did.
care less. Listen, I'm one of the top salesmen there.
But not the top.
I move
Thank you, Your
product. No, because he's just more of a butt kisser than anything. It has nothing to do with that. I move product. Okay, he kisses butt. We get to the fifth hole, and he's actually at making this part up. He actually reached into his own bag, pulls out a ball that's blue.
Whose bag would he go into if not his own?
Thank
well,
you,
I guess
Your
his
Honor,
own.
and I didn't take
So
it out of my
pulls
bag.
out
I have a
he
witness.
pulls out.
Mr. Boyd, I don't need to hear your side commentary.
He pulls out his own ball that's blue, and he says the following. He says, "I'm going downtown, baby." I'm like, downtown? If you go downtown, you're going to shank it way out to the side, because downtown's that way and the hole is that way.
Mr. Walker, let's continue.
And so he pulls out his own ball, sets it on the tee, makes that statement, and hits it, and the thing blows up at his face, and he's going to try and tell me I got to pay for something he did. He is a prankster. He pulls pranks all the time. Remember the prank he did with Judy, our receptionist?
Please, sir, I don't care about the prank with Judy. And again,
He did the flowers thing, where like
straight
squirted the
ahead.
water
for
in her
that.
face.
I'm the judge, you're the defendant. I ask questions, you answer them.
Coming up on Judge
Tongue,
Junior.
Mr. Boyd, are you a prankster?
Not a good one, Your Honor, but yeah, we joke around.
Okay, how do you joke around?
Tell
Every
him
now
about Judy and the.
Mr. Walker, I don't want to hear you say the word Judy again.
We're back with the case of Franklin Boyd, who is suing co-worker Red Walker for breaking his tooth with an exploding golf ball.
Here's another question. How long have you guys been friends for? The entire time you've worked together?
Yes, all 5 years, and we're buddies. We're pals.
So
We've
there's
never
no
had any
rivalry?
problems.
Not anymore.
No, there is a bit of a competitive nature because
Stop
when we-
right there, Mr. Walker. Mr. Boyd, is there a rivalry between the two of you?
He makes it a rivalry,
How
Your Honor.
so?
He makes everything a competition. Can I sell this car faster than you can? On the golf course, can I hit this shot farther than you can? Can I drink these beers faster than you can?
Come on, we have the
Everything's a
side
competition.
bets at the dealership talking about
You
who
come
can-
on, Mr. Walker, and hold your tongue. Mr. Boyd, are you a prankster?
Not a good one, Your Honor, but yeah, we joke around.
Okay, how do you joke around?
Tell
Every
him
now
about Judy and the.
Mr. Walker, I don't want to hear you say the word Judy again.
So here's an example of a prank at the dealership. You tell somebody like Red that this couple over here wants to buy this specific car, right? When they have no interest in the car. So you basically send them over to a couple who's not going to purchase anything. That's my version of a prank. Innocent, doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't blow up in their face and cause them $1,200 worth of damage.
So you've been traumatized by this experience, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, can I show you these pictures of what it looks like, Your Honor?
Frank is very overdramatic, and he's being overdramatic
Mr.
right now.
Walker.
He's just wasting all of our time.
Deputy Brown, if Mr. Walker continues in this fashion, we're going to dismiss him from the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
I also have a witness, Your Honor, who can corroborate everything that I've been saying.
Let's see your evidence first, please.
So I have a picture of what happened to my actual tooth and the medical bills.
Thank you. Okay, we have the tooth on the monitor. It definitely is chipped. And then we have emergency room fees. Okay, so there is a witness. Miss Hunter, will you please stand and give me your accounts of that day?
So I can corroborate everything that the plaintiff said. I definitely saw the defendant putting a red, or giving him a red golf ball and him hitting it.
We have the witness, Miss Hunter, who said she saw you hand the ball over to the plaintiff.
And I'm saying there's no way she could have seen it because she was too far
Okay,
away
but
with her
she
back
did, and
turned.
guess what? She's not a car salesman, and I believe her.
So because she said it, it's true?
Because she's here as a witness and said it, and she has no reason to lie in this courtroom, whereas you, the defendant, who is being sued, does have reason to lie, yes, I do believe her.
Because the guy pulled a prank on
He's
himself.
a professional liar, Your Honor.
And that prank blew up in his own face. That means I have to pay for his damages?
Yes, you do.
That is,
Mr. Walker,
we're wasting
Mr.
everyone's time. You even noted it earlier.
Mr. Walker, you were the one that handed the ball to the plaintiff. This ball exploded,
He reached
and we
in his
have
own
evidence
bag.
that it chipped his
How do we know
tooth.
that's even his mouth? That is a random mouth picture. He could have got that anywhere.
Yeah, I just Googled it right before I
Gentlemen.
came in.
My judgment is for the plaintiff, and this case is closed.
Judge Junior has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,212.38.
All right, look, I'm not happy about this decision. Pretty much a colossal waste of time, but I'll pay the $1,200 because I make $1,200 in my sleep. I move product to sell cars.
Red got what he deserved, and now his bank account's going to be just like his name, in the red. He still wants to be friends. It's going to take a lot of free golf.
This is Judge Junior.